Okay. I'm pretty much all set again. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, Coder stuff just happened, and I think, my file just got corrupted for some reason. I don't know what happened. But, yeah, we'll just do a do-over again. We'll pretend like that run never happened. So, I promise you it'll be done this time. Okay, I'm pretty much ready to go again. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. So for those who are, like, coming in, so the first trick we do is, we're making a hard save there, and the reason we're making a hard save there is so that we have to go back to the prologue Ebonhawk to get a very important character. So we're doing a trick called a hot shot. A hot shot is a trick where you transfer basically the data of the file to another file. And you know, probably the biggest elephant in the room right now is, wait, I was a different character before, and now I'm this other character. Well, I'm actually the development character right now, which does a lot of like really fun stuff that you're about to see in the run. So we're not the development character right now because of reasons that I'll later go on into throughout the run. So so we have to watch this cutscene right here with Kreia. This cutscene is very, very important to watch, otherwise we'll soft lock later on.
Fine.
And Kreia is quite possibly my favorite character in the entire Star Wars universe. Even the movies included. She's just a really, really well-written character, but it's actually kind of sad. Like, any percent's kind of sad for me because we don't even get to hear almost anything of what Kreia says in this run, and it's the pain, dude. So I'm doing a lot of quick saving right there, and the quick saving is basically to get rid of this fade out screen. And that's just so that I could see where I'm going. This is the only level up I'm gonna do for the entire game. We don't level up anything more. So I'm using 3CFD, who we transferred from the Ebonhawk prologue.
Are you an angel?
To us. And he's gonna serve a really important purpose in a little bit. Actually, in a little bit, as in, like, right now. So this glitch I'm doing right now is called an anywhere menu glitch. It's otherwise known as AMG. And we're gonna be using this a lot in this speedrun. It's used to skip cutscenes, it's used to glitch out certain events in the game. It's a really, really, really useful glitch, and it was found by Lane DeBello, who is primarily a KOTOR 1 speedrunner, and he initially found the glitch in KOTOR 1, but it also happens to work in KOTOR 2, so yay for us. It'll work now, I promise. Yay, it worked. So we're doing a series of hot shots here. So the thing about hot shots in KOTOR 1 and 2 is it not only transfers the data, as in your characters and the other certain types of files that transfers to another file, It also transfers the coordinates of where you're standing. And we, so right here, we end up right in front of the Ebon Hawk, and we just beat Parox in like a little bit over 4.5 minutes.
Let's give the laser turret a workout.
So this part is pretty loud, but it's not gonna last very long. But I will explain what I did there. So Hotshot, which was named after the person who discovered it, Hotshot Liar, is a glitch that was discovered, I think, about 1.5 years ago now. Wow, I can't believe it's actually been 1.5 years ago now it's been discovered. It's a really interesting glitch. It has a lot of uses on it. So, I mentioned it also transfers the coordinates of where you're standing. And what I mean by coordinates, it's where the position of where your party members are standing at. And because of this, it allows us to go to some pretty needed locations.
Well, now...
So we're using another AMG here to skip this cutscene of Adden yelling at us about destroying Paragus, because yes, we destroyed Paragus during that cutscene. Paragus is no more. It was a gas mining facility. So I mentioned like I mentioned a little bit ago, we used coordinate warping to get to the Ebon Hawk. We're gonna do the same thing here to skip a wall clip, a really hard wall clip.
Just say the word.
And that allows us to go into this air dock really early on. And now so this is actually the event. So you're supposed to do a lot of things here. You first get arrested, and then you're supposed to meet with an Ithorian or Zerka. Zerka officer to get into this air dock. But we skip all that stuff. And we're just brought to the Ithorian named Shoto Habat right now. After we talk to the droid. So I made a save right in front of him. And that's going to be very important in just a little bit. And I'm going to make another save right here, because that's also really important. So, hotshotting in this game is also pretty interesting. It also saves the last position you were in. So, the reason I manually save there is because it's saving the location of the place where I was last at. And that's going to allow me to warp back to where I need to be in just a little bit after this conversation with Luxa.
Hello there.
So basically what's going on here is Luxa just is sending us to kill her boss named Lopak Slusk. And now we're gonna go to Lopak Slusk. And now we're in here pretty early on. You have to do quite a lot of stuff to get in here. But we're in here pretty early on, just a little bit under 9 minutes in. So, this Gamorrean just lets us in, and now Lopak Slusk is going to send out 2 droids after us. But we're going to kill him in just one hit with our nifty kill blaster. Oh, I forgot to do something. I forgot to add Kreia in the party. That's fine, though. Fixed just like that. And the reason we add Kreia in the party here is to put her in front of Choto Habat. We're not gonna get put in front of Choto Habat. I do know a mistake I did make there. I didn't make a hard save before entering the Zerka office there. But it's fine. It's not a huge time loss, fortunately. Just have to walk.
Yes.
I did not mean to run into that. So now we're sent on a quest to go find the mainframe codes to give to Choto Habat. That's what he sent us for. But we have to go get a droid to go do that, to let us in. Or the game thinks we have to go get a droid, but we're not actually gonna do that. We're just gonna glitch into the mainframe room. So we have to go to this guy named Oppo Chano, because the droid won't let us control him unless we have droid credentials, and
Hey everyone, sorry about that, but looks like 30 Cents is lost his internet right now, so we're gonna chill here for a few to some music and see what happens, and we'll go from there. So we'll be right back, everyone. So it looks like he's starting to come back, so give us a little time here to make sure everything is fleshed out, and we'll get right back to it.
From an early age.
Okay. Gonna send you live again.
Okay. Alright, well, my internet died for like 5 minutes, so I guess we'll continue. Okay, so I got into the mainframe room right there, and now I have to make a save for later on. Because that's gonna serve really important. So we turned in the quest to Chodo Habat. And now we're officially gonna leave Tilo Station. Not for good, but as you'll see in a little bit. And just a little bit. Oops. That was not your Windows sound, that was mine. Because, I'm mashing so fast that I sometimes click out of the window. Okay, so this is the prime... Well, yeah, this is actually the prime reason we brought... One of the prime reasons we bought 3CFD. So, what I did there when I added 3CFD, the little red droid... So, I didn't have all these party members before. So basically what I told him to do, I told him to give me every party member in the game. And now we have every party member in the game. But we're not done with him yet. And I'm going to be careful not to safe teleport here because the game will crash if I do that. And I'm saved. So basically what I'm doing here is that I'm doing a trick called safe teleporting, where I'm holding mouse 1 and mouse 2 down while I move. And that's allowing me to shoot into a really far distance every time I move. So for the rest of the run, this is going to be our primary way of movement from now on. So we're actually saving to our first save file that we ever made, which was back on the Prologue Evanhawk. And like I mentioned before, this is, we're doing another coordinate hotshot warp. And that allows me to... And the position that we put Kreia and Visas in, which was at the cockpit of the Evanhawk, that allows us to go into this hangar early. So you're supposed to walk down a really long set of hallways, and we skip all that by hotshotting into the hangar really early on. Also, I did not mean to equip a vibro sword. I meant to equip this. Thank you, Etsuna. So, Visas has really low health here. And this part is really RNG dependent. But we got lucky there. The droid ran into the other room and he wasn't able to shoot us. And, yes, you did see... And also, despite us... This is something worth mentioning, but despite us selecting a female character, we still end up as... We still have the Handmaiden in our party. We haven't met the Handmaiden yet. But, the dev droid automatically adds her. It doesn't add the Disciple, which is the other character for playing as a female. The only way to get the Disciple as a female is if you go to the Jedi Enclave sub-level and you talk to him there. He's in a really large room. You get it during the main quest when you play as a female.
I hear you.
So a little bit about this location. I forgot to mention this before, but you meet someone named Bao Dur here on the Telos surface. And also what I just did there was I walked on the right side of the path there to avoid talking to a Twi'lek who's crying out for help. But we don't want to help him and we don't want to talk to him, so we just run around his trigger. But anyway, you meet someone named Bao Dur, and here in this military base, he shows you a tutorial on how to take down the shield using his arm. But we don't ever talk to Bao Dur because we skip that cutscene. So thankfully though, we do have a lightsaber to take down the force fields ourselves. And that's also another way to take him down other than Bao Dur. So here you're supposed to get taken by the handmaidens here, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to get taken by them. So instead, we're just going to hotshot back to the Telos military base, and we are going to put 3CFD in our party. We can't add 3CFD in our party at the Polar Academy, which we were just at, because it's a no party, because we can't add any party members in that area, so we have to go to another area, and then we have to hotshot back to this area to get to what we want to do. So I'm going to show you all a little something fun here. Okay, so this is 3CFD. So this is like, so actually, let's going to do something really important here. We're going to start the end game. Boom. Now we're at the end of the game right now. When we go over there to the Atris, which is the Jedi Master's name here, she's going to try to attack us at the end. But let me show you some other fun things here. So these are actually a couple of the other commands that you can do. Start the Atris cutscene 1 cutscene. I don't think that does anything. Test the lightsaber creation function, which we could actually create a lightsaber here. We could do normal, short, double-bladed. We're going to go with double-bladed. That's cool anyway. There's white, which doesn't exist in the game. And then there's all these colors that you could pick from. There's orange, there's silver, there's bronze. Everyone loves silver colors. We're going to get silver color in here. Now we have a silver double-bladed lightsaber. And then there's a couple, like, other really interesting text options that you can do here. Like this one. Number 6, can we test the rumble pattern, which I don't know what it does. And number 7, time to cheat it up, which does absolutely nothing. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for... Well, actually, that's not actually it for 3CFD. We do use him in in All Planets. You use him to skip a lot of stuff in All Planets, and All Planets is, I think, is where he's like really used to shine at, other than any percent. We do still use him in all quests, but I think he's a lot more interesting to use in All Planets. So we're gonna skip this cutscene here where Mandalore tells... Oh, I guess we're not gonna skip that cutscene. That's fine. It's not a big time loss anyway. It's only like 2 seconds worth. So actually, we're just gonna pull out our silver lightsaber here because that definitely looks a lot cooler to run with. We're not gonna keep it for very long, unfortunately, but it's cool to see while we still have it. So actually, to explain what's going on here, like, how am I at the end of the game this early? So, I explained earlier with 3CFD, we tell him to go to the end of the game. So, let's go over what this skips. This skips having to go after all the Jedi Masters, because, so basically the plot of this game is, you're a Jedi exile that was exiled from the Jedi Council, and you're out to go find them after the Sith have regrouped. And now, and
you another shot here.
Okay. If it goes down again, then yeah. There's nothing I could do.
Okay, you're live. Go ahead.
Okay. So I know how much you all love HK, so we're gonna put HK in the party now. I usually put in Godo because of positioning reasons, but we all love HK. I mean, who does not love HK, right? So I'm gonna use him. Okay, so I'm doing another coordinate hotshot warp. And this is going to help me skip a lot of stuff on the Ravager. Well, not a lot of stuff, but it's going to save a little bit of, it's going to save a little bit of walking time. So now we put Kreia and we put HK-47 at the Proton Core section. So saves us a lot of walking, saves us quite a bit of time, so it is worth doing it. So we're gonna do a AMG here that allows us to skip getting the 4th Proton Core and just go to the 4th Proton Core site immediately. And what this does, it just skips a cutscene that triggers the cutscene. So basically, we also skipped a cutscene that allows us of a Mandalorian going into an explosion carrying the 4th Proton Core, and that also skips the trigger of the game telling us, hey, go get the 4th Proton Core, because there is another one. You get it from a missile, and that also saves quite a bit of time too. Also, please go. Oh yeah, we got Silver Lightsaber back. For just a little bit though. Also, I was on critically low health, so I have to heal a bit here. You can get hit quite a lot here. You have to heal quite a bit too. So here we meet the literal planet-hungry Sith Lord Darth Nihilus. And I say literally, that is exactly what he does. He eats planets. I did not mean to do that. You know, it's actually... I think Darth Nihilus is also one of the most interesting Star Wars villains of all time. There's a lot to explain about Darth Nihilus. But I recommend going to the Star Wars wiki and reading up on him. It's so good. I actually think that the lore of this game is so good to read the lore about. So we're gonna do we're gonna position Kreia right here because it's really important for yet another hot shot. We're gonna do in a little bit. And this is the one cutscene in the game that we cannot skip. There's only 2 parts of this game that you cannot skip whatsoever. It's the turret minigame on Paragus, and it's this cutscene. This cutscene is 43 seconds long. And it's just Kreia now turned to Darth Treya. Just walking to Darth Sion. Which, by the way, most of these characters we've never even talked to or met in this run. Darth Sion is a character you're supposed to meet near the beginning of the game on Paragus. We never meet him.
There is much to be done.
Yes, there is. Quite literally, too, because I'm gonna do a lot of stuff for the end of the game right here. So, we're gonna do a, So, what I'm gonna do right here is, I'm gonna position Kreia right over to this window. And what that's going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to warp to a certain part on Malachor 5. So this is the last planet of the game, and it's also the shortest planet of the entire game. We're only on here for like less than 2 minutes. And it allows us to teleport. So we come up here. We're supposed to like walk around all around this Malachor depths area. It's a large maze. We don't want to do it, so we're just gonna coordinate hotshot warp all the way to the other side because we can. So that position that I got into with Kreia earlier on, we're gonna use that right now. And we're just this is another area where you're supposed to walk a really long time down to the Trias Academy, which we're gonna warp down to right now. And we just skipped. Also, time's coming up, by the way. So, we're gonna do another hotshot here. So, I don't have to make another hard save, because I'm already in the position. I already have the save file on top. And we just skip right over to the final area of the game. Okay, time's coming up in about, like, less than 10 seconds. I think I missed that cutscene trigger, but it's fine. Okay, it's more like 8 seconds now. Okay, so this is the final boss of the game, Darth Kreia, and time. That's it. That's KOTOR 2. Sorry for all the really technical flaws in this run, but let me explain like a couple things that I didn't get to explain because everything was going so fast there. So hotshotting, which, well, I mean, I don't think I have to go into hotshotting, but basically what I did there was I used the same save file that I did before, and so I'll explain in like visual stuff what's going on here. So we load up this save file. This save file, so how a hotshot works is it goes, so when you make a hotshot on top, this is the position that you want